Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. I'm so pumped about today's video. We are going to be reviewing the new Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blood Sugar palette. Now I just got this palette in today, and honestly I haven't been this hype about a palette launch in a really long time. As soon as I saw this online, I knew I had to have it, and so it came in the mail today. And even though I didn't get home until 9 o'clock, I was like, Danielle, you have to do a first impressions, like, review, tutorial, swatches, and everything else on this palette because I've been so excited about it coming in the mail. So this is the look I came up with, super last minute and random. I just threw a ton of colors on my eyes because I wanted to really test them out so you guys could see a bunch of different shades in action. So we're going to be doing a tutorial with this look. I'm going to be doing swatches on every single shade. We're going to be doing pros, cons, and everything in between. So really quick before we get started, if you're new to my channel, then welcome to my channel. Make sure before you leave, you do not forget to subscribe down below. That way you're notified for future videos from me. I do post 3 times a week. So Wednesdays, Fridays, and then mail hauls every single Monday. But I'm excited to show you guys how I created this look and just really dive in deep with this palette. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to be starting this video with clean eyes because we are going to be actually testing this out. So it came in this really cute little pink box and it has the little stars all over it. It was shipped 2-day shipping through USPS, which I'm glad they did kind of like expedited shipping because I was so excited to get this palette. I have not touched or played with it. Okay, so it says Blood Sugar right here on the side, and it comes in basically what Jeffree described as like a VCR type casing on it. So the little slide, it has this little emblem right here for Jeffree Star. And then on the back, it goes through the ingredients. As you can see, that's what the box looks like. And then here's what the palette looks like. So it says Blood Sugar in big, bold letters on the front. And then it has these 2 little clips right here. It kind of reminds me of like an old school jewelry box where they like have those clips just like that. And then on the back, it says distributed by Jeffree Star Cosmetics, made in the USA. And then it has 12 months as far as the expiration date, and then the little cruelty-free symbol right there. And then you open it up, it has a beautiful nice size mirror, and then here are all the shades. I cannot wait to use this. So here what all the shades look like right there. Okay, so first we're gonna start with the shade Tongue Pop. You guys, I'm not like going out anywhere, it's late at night, but I got this in today, so I really wanted to do a first impressions for you guys. So this look isn't going to be anything too crazy. Like, we're not going dramatic and putting false lashes on. I just want to play with the palette a little bit. So Tongue Pop is the first shade. I really want to play with this even more this weekend and maybe like getting ready. That way you can see in action. Okay, so Tongue Pop is first. Again, it's the shade right here. Holy pack a punch. This is like so pigmented. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera how pigmented it is, but wow. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This color is so pretty. Okay, so there's the first shade, and then we're going to go in with the shade right here, Cake Mix. It's a little bit of like a brownie shade, but it's still like neutral. And honestly, I'm just gonna dust this shadow brush out a little bit, and we'll go in with Cake Mix. And I'm just gonna keep Cake Mix kind of in the corner, kind of like darken up the corner just a little bit because that first shade was very corally. You guys, I'm so in love with this palette already, and like I just started using it. Wow, I just don't think I've had a palette that I've truly been like really excited about. And when I saw this on Instagram, I like freaked out and said I have to get it as soon as it launches. So just going back and forth. Now I think Jeffree said this is the first palette that he's had a matte white in, which is obviously this shade right here. I'm gonna pop a little bit of that into the brow bone just to see what it looks like. Wow. I mean, this is a bright white. I need to like actually kind of tone it down because it is so bright. Wow. And then we'll pop it right here. I mean, you know, this one, when you first put your brush in, is a little bit powdery, but nothing too crazy. I'm gonna go back in with this brush and just kind of blend these shades in. That way the white isn't like too crazy. Okay, I'm liking this so far, but I'm really wanting to go into some purples. What should I do? Okay, we're just gonna do it all because I just want to like test all this. Okay, we're gonna go into Cherry Soda next. I'm going to take this Smith 232 brush. It's a little bit of a thicker brush, but well, this is like a very red. We're gonna put the red right here. Oh, look at that. right here kind of on down. I don't know exactly where I'm going with this, but we are bringing it across the whole lid. My eyes have been bothering me so bad this week, so if they look a little bit red, it's probably because I don't know if it's allergies or what it is, but okay, there's that. I feel like this, and I probably should have went a little bit lighter with cherry soda. That's what the shade's called, but we will come back out of this. If you guys haven't watched my new first impressions video, I literally went to put on foundation and it was like 5 times too dark for me. I mean, seriously, it was very bad. So after we have that on, we're gonna go back in with this brush, and I'm just going back and forth and just like really blending this into the skin, into the eyes. I hadn't even thought about what kind of look I wanted to do. I just knew that I wanted to like play with everything, and that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep layering and see how it turns out. Next, we're going to go in with fresh meat right here, and I'm gonna go in with this Wayne Goss brush and really kind of concentrate this in the outer corner. I mean, look at the pigmentation of this. You definitely want to tap off your brush. I feel like some of these shades on the bottom though kind of look alike. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. I mean, I cannot get over just how freaking blendable and creamy these are. Like, I don't feel like any of them so far have looked streaky or went on patchy by any means. I'm trying not to freak out, but I feel like I'm missing quite a few of my Wayne Goss brushes. Like, I just don't know where they're at. So I need to definitely find those. I'm gonna go in with this MAC brush and a little bit of Cavity, which, oh, is this super bright pink shade. I just want to tap it down. I mean, whatever. Let's just go for it. This is obviously not meant for a lid shade as far as the brush I'm using. Let me grab a different brush. Palette is everything right now. Look, here I am. Went from doing just subtle eyes in my last 2 videos. I've busted out some freaking crazy looks. And like, as you can see, all these colors are very bold, but if you look underneath my eyes, there's like literally no fallout, which is amazing. So we're going to tap this brush off. I should have grabbed like a ton of brushes, but of course I did not. And we are going to go into Extraction, the next darkest purple. And we are just going to just darken this crease. Oh yeah, just darken it. And then last but not least, we're gonna go back in with a little bit of Cake Mix and Tongue Pop, and we're just gonna blend this out right here. Then I'm gonna take this Urban Decay brush. This is a shadow contour, and I'm going to pop Extraction underneath my eyes. Wow, I am so impressed. I don't feel like there's a palette that has impressed me this much, like right off the bat. And I used a lot of shades. Okay, let's pop on just a little bit of mascara. Again, I'm not gonna go crazy because this is more about the eyeshadow and I have to work early in the morning, but I wanted to get this video up for you guys. I'm so excited to watch the rest of this palette now, especially with how the look turned out. I mean, I know I'm just, you know, messing around playing. This isn't something serious. I'm not going out. I'm not filming more videos, but again, I just want to kind of sit down, hang out with you guys, really just test this palette out. So let's do some swatches and then we will go through pros and cons. Woo! Okay, so we're going to start with the top row and I'm just going to do finger swatches. Like I said, you guys obviously can see how the shadows blend on the eyes. Okay, so here are the first 4 shades. So we have Glucose, Sugarcane, Cake Mix, and Ouch. And these are like your basic beautiful nudes. So let's swatch them. And you can tell even with nude shades, they still are just so creamy and pigmented. I cannot get over these already. I'm already in love. And then let me grab the last 2 in that row. Okay. Here are the last 2 in that row. The gold shade is so beautiful. So here is the first row. This is like my everyday dream. These palettes, besides like the gold shade, I probably wouldn't wear that every day, but I love that there's just such an array of different like nude, not necessarily nude, but just like transition shades, everyday type shades. I think that's always really important to have in a palette because you don't want a palette that just has so many different like crazy colors that you can't work with. These are colors that you can incorporate in your daily life, and then also you can do it in like bold smoky eye looks. You can wear it going to the grocery store. You can wear it wherever you want. These are really amazing shades, and just look how pigmented these are. I truly wish you guys could just come through the screen and feel just how amazing these are. So again, this is the top row. Next, we are going to do this middle row, and this has more like pinks, peaches, and then also this candy floss shimmer shade. Well, it looks shimmery, but honestly, once you swatch it, it really isn't that shimmery. Okay, so here are the first 4 shades. This row is just like very flirty, right? Like these just remind me of just like super girly shades. Like look at that pink shade, so gorgeous. And then this sweetener shade could also be used as like a really pretty highlight. It reminds me of the Natasha Denona blushes. Okay, so there are those 4 shades, and let's swatch the other 2 in the row. So there are those 2 swatched. Okay, so here is this row. Again, I just think these colors are so fun, so super girly, and just like, I love them. So you have Candy Floss, Tongue Pop, Sweetener, Cavity, Root Canal, and then O Positive. So you guys can see, but just the pigmentation is just there. The purple one swatches a little bit patchy, but I don't feel like it would apply patchy. You know what? This is a first impression, so let's just put it on. I'm try to rub some of this color off my brushes. I feel like this is definitely going to stain my brushes and my hand. Let's apply root canal. How do I have purple in my hairline? Like, how did that happen? I don't know what happened there. Oh my gosh, it's not coming off. Okay, let's just cover that. Oh, it's because my finger. Oh my gosh, and I literally like wiped my finger off. Yeah, let's just like put some purple on here. Why did I not do this look on like a weekend when I'm actually going and doing something? Just kidding, I don't really go and do stuff, but bam. Oh my gosh, this is everything right now. I mean, I just cannot even get over how amazing this palette is. I just don't even like bold looks. This makes me want to go bold every day of my life. A little dramatic, but yes. Okay, again, here are all those shades swatched. Super gorgeous. Even though this purple one right here swatches patchy, definitely applies really pretty. Now we're moving on to the very last row, and this to me is more like the vampy row, right? Just like smoky and sexy and just like dark vampy shades. So we have the first one, which is called Prick, and it has a little symbol of like a needle. And I feel like a lot of these shades, like they aren't crazy where you're going to like put the shade down and be stuck. Like you can also like really blend them. Look how gorgeous. The color combos in this palette are just everything to me. So there are the 4 shades, and then let's do the last 2. Oh, so gorgeous. Okay, so there are those. I don't feel like, again, swatch this row is like bam in your face, holy pigment. I mean, it's very pigmented, but it also looks like they aren't as intense as they really are. I mean, these shades are pretty intense on my eyes, I feel like. But here you have it. So Prick, Cherry Soda, Fresh Meat, Blood Sugar, Extraction, and then Coma. And here these are swatched right here. So pretty. So let's talk pros and cons. I'm just going to say this. I normally just don't get super amped up about Jeffree Star cosmetic products. I don't know if it's some of the things that have happened in the past that have made me feel this way, but I haven't really bought a lot of his products. So when this came out, I instantly was like, Danielle, you have to have that palette. I was so super hype about it. I mean, I think the packaging is super unique. We know I always love like purpley looks. And then this also has shades to like get you out of your box. You are getting a ton of different eyeshadows. This is way more than any of the other eyeshadow palettes that he's done. You are getting 18 shadows and very beautiful shadows, very blendable, very pigmented. I mean, for me, I never ever would have thought that I would have busted out this kind of eye look, but I'm so into it right now. So 18 shades, you get a really sturdy palette. You get shimmer shades, you get a row that's really great for everyday looks. You have a lot of smoky eye look colors that you can do. Blendable, creamy, pigmented. I love it. As far as the cons, it is, I believe it was $59, $52 maybe. I think I paid $59 with tax and shipping. And then another con, this just might not be your cup of tea, right? Like maybe you don't think you'll use any of these colors and you only think you'll use these. I wouldn't pay that much if you're just going to use a couple different shades. But for me, I feel like all the shades I was really drawn to. And then another thing is the packaging. I'm not going to say it's a big con for me because it is sturdy, but it is a little bit thicker, you know, than your normal packaging. But this is a palette I could see myself traveling with. A couple of the shades were a little bit powdery, but nothing like crazy at all. And to me, I'm going to be honest, this again is the palette that I'm like the most excited about that has launched in a very, very long time. I cannot wait to play with it more. I like want to take my makeup off and redo it all over again because I'm just so excited about all the looks that I can create with it. So let me know down below what you guys think. Again, if you guys have your eyes on this palette, I'm going to say first impressions, but I could give it a full review just because I know eyeshadows when I like them and I know when I don't. Never have I ever went back a second time and been like, oh, okay, actually this really isn't that bad. And these were probably some of the best eyeshadows I feel like I've used in a long time. Not even kidding. Like, I'm so freaking hype about this palette. And yeah, let me know if you guys are going to pick it up. Hey guys. No, what am I doing? All right, let's zoom y'all in. Ooh. But anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!